An increase in complaints about parking in downtown Venice. We'll hear from visitors firsthand.
Plus, how you can help local law enforcement win money to train some of the most important members of their team. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 6.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks for joining us. Topping our news at 6, the last few months have not been kind to downtown Venice between red tide and ongoing construction. And
now another hurdle is parking problems. ABC 7's Rebecca Fernandez. Well, everyone knows the construction there is a necessary evil, so when it's finished by next February, the Venice area will look brand new. But now, with all this going on every day, it has taken over the majority of the parking spots on Venice Avenue. There seems to be a limited amount of spaces available all throughout downtown. Plus, with the start of the snowbird season, many worry it'll just get worse. Venice Main Street has now stepped in and is trying to make this parking situation as smooth as possible to make sure people can come to downtown and enjoy everything it has to offer.
Businesses downtown are our neighbors. They are small business owners. They're part of our community. They employ people who live in our community. And so right now, more than ever, they need us to come down and support them. We have plenty of parking downtown. Centennial Park, our largest parking lot, is open. There's no time restrictions. Of course, it's free. We have parking on Miami Avenue as well, and parking at City Hall.
It's also free parking under the Venice Avenue Bridge and at Heckscher Park there in Venice.
Well, in First Alert Traffic, Northport police are looking for a reckless driver caught on camera. Here's a screenshot of that surveillance footage. You can see the driver doing donuts at Butler Park. Police say early last month they drove onto the soccer and football fields of the park and did significant damage to the fields. Police say they were caught on camera doing this 2 nights in a row, and now they're looking for the culprit. If you have any information about who may own this car, you're being asked to call Northport Police.
Florida Supreme Court ruling today cars can be considered weapons, increasing the prison sentence of a man convicted of manslaughter. Adam Shepard was convicted of 1 count of manslaughter with a weapon for hitting a man with his car after a bar fight in Jacksonville 7 years ago. This ruling could add 15 years to his sentence. Today's ruling was unusual because the court backed away from a 1995 decision which said a weapon must be, quote, commonly understood to be an instrument for combat.
In health news tonight, Medicaid plans show losses in the first half of the year, but key players say they're not worried. Medicaid is the largest single expense in Florida's budget, costing taxpayers more than $80 billion a year. According to the News Service of Florida, 14 plans participate in the program, and half of them posted about $100 million in losses in the first half of 2018. But the company says when they complete their annual audit, those numbers will be in the positive.
New at 6, there's a no swim advisory now in place for Bayfront Park North on Anna Maria Island. Health officials say test results found bacteria in the water that comes from human waste and could be a health risk if you come in contact with it, but no other areas in the county currently under an advisory.
Well, some big changes coming in our forecast over the next few days. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Yes, keep the umbrellas handy. You're going to need them. We're going to have some showers and even a few isolated thunderstorms are possible with the changing weather pattern. We have a cold front. In fact, 2 of them. One right now moving through parts of the panhandle of Florida. You see it stretching down there, bringing some pretty heavy weather into the panhandle of Florida, just to the east of Tallahassee. This is the same front that produced the possible tornado in Mississippi that caused a lot of damage there overnight. And then a secondary front is behind it, and that's going to kind of give it an extra push to move on through late Friday night and Saturday morning. It will eventually park down to the south of us as a stationary front on Saturday, then work back northward as a warm front. That's right, on Sunday, bringing with it a good chance for rain. Just a few showers are out here now in the Gulf of Mexico. We have this south wind now, too, and that's bringing the moisture content back up. And this is heading off toward the north-northeast. You can see some rain heading off towards Siesta Key. Expect a brief shower there in the next half hour or so. They're moving to the north-northeast at around 10 to 15. That's the only one I could find right now on the radar, and I don't think we'll see much more than that. As I mentioned, big storms to the north. I don't think we're going to see severe weather, but I would not discount a thunderstorm or two tomorrow afternoon, sometime after 3, and possibly continuing up into 8 o'clock tomorrow night. That timing could change a little bit too, depending upon the future movement of that front. Weather headlines: isolated showers tonight, showers mainly Friday afternoon and evening, and then more rain on Sunday. We'll get more of the details of that coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
Thanks, Bob. Northport Police need your help to win a grant money. They're asking people to vote in the Aftermath Canine competition. First place winner gets $5,000. Northport PD wants to use that money for maintenance, safety equipment, and officer training. Find out how to support your local law enforcement. Look for this story on our app and website.
All Faiths Food Bank is working with Ringling College students to creatively raise awareness of hunger in our community. The group created this video and a mural at Alta Vista Elementary School. That's where the food bank runs a school pantry and a mobile pantry. The goal of the project is to help raise awareness of the issue of hunger and encourage others to get involved. ABC7 is also a partner of All Faiths Food Bank. You can learn more by visiting our website, mysuncoast.com/community/hunger.
Siesta Key Crystal Classic is coming up in a week or so. 24 master sand sculptors will be competing in 9 different countries to build a total of 16 sculptures. There'll also be live music and drinks on the beach until 9. Festivities start next Friday on Siesta Public Beach. It's not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow.
See all those sand sculptures, love them.
Pretty amazing. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, we investigate the rules, regulations, and motives behind political advertising on Facebook and why it matters to you.
Plus, a breakdown of Marsy's Law, which will be on your ballot on Election Day next Tuesday.
We're losing exotic animals on a daily basis, and the ones that we have in captivity are really the ambassadors for their wild counterparts. I'm Clayton Rozier from the Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, housing over 150 exotic animals that needed a great home. And if you love animals, please help them. Do it locally. Support your local no-kill shelters, your local wild animal sanctuaries. Make a difference where you can.
Blue 32, Blue 32, hot, hot. It's the Gatto Gridiron Challenge. The game's on to sell 2,000 vehicles. 12 teams compete for the #1 spot. Score a great deal at every Gatto dealership. Buy with 0 down. Make no payments for 90 days. Choose from 14 of your favorite brands, all on sale. Who will make it to the end zone? You decide. Rush to a Gatto location near you or visit Gatto.com.
Gattle's got it.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to Mesobook.com.
There are lots of people who are confused about which Medicare plan is right for them.
Hey, that's me. I barely know where to start.
Well, start here with me, Karen. I'm a licensed Humana sales agent.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Karen. I'm John Smith.
Hi, John. At Humana, we know you're unique, so you have different needs from other John Smiths.
Yeah, I've always thought so.
And together, we can find a plan that's right for you.
Great. I go to the doctor a couple of times a year, and I have some prescriptions, but I'm never fully sure of what's covered and what's not.
With Humana's all-in-one Medicare Advantage plans, you get coverage for hospital stays, doctor visits, and Part D prescription drug benefits, all for an affordable and sometimes no monthly plan premium.
Do you have any more information?
Sure. I'll get a decision guide in the mail to you today. They're free.
Finally, someone who understands the real me.
Your health and happiness is important to us. Call or go online now to get your free decision guide. Call a licensed Humana sales agent today.
I was so congested, and neti pots, drugs, and nasal sprays were just not doing the job. I was sure nothing would work until I tried the My Pyramis Free Steam Inhaler. My doctor told me that steam is a really effective natural decongestant. With my little personal spa, I am free to breathe. It's the only cordless and the only ultra pure steam inhaler. If allergies or sinus congestion is holding you back, you need to try the My Pure Mist Free.
Get the cordless My Pure Mist at Target, Bed Bath & Beyond, Walgreens, or Amazon.
As of today, more than 98% of homes and businesses that lost power during Hurricane Michael have had their power restored. This includes full power restoration to Mexico Beach, which is one of the hardest hit areas in the state. Still, there are nearly 4,400 customers without power. That's down from 400,000 back on October 11th.
I mean, there's not even some homes there on Mexico Beach to restore power to.
Right.
There's nothing left.
That waves and that surge is the biggest force of a hurricane, and this one was a bad one at that. And we saw that with some homes just completely gone.
Yeah.
The wood just
the foundation.
Yeah, just the foundation, the slab there. We are looking at the Holmes Beach webcam. The wave's starting to pick up a little bit too, and you're going to notice that. And also the winds. The winds were a little stronger today. They'll stay brisk tomorrow. And that will bring the possibility of some red tide back on shore for beachgoers as that wind veers more to the west. You didn't see as many today out there on Holmes Beach. But the big changes, we talked about it earlier, the cold front is going to slice on through. This front will eventually take its time, though. It will get through by sunrise on Saturday. And it looks like Saturday will be the best of the 2 days over the weekend, with Sunday, that front coming back as a warm front, producing some showers periodically throughout the day. Speaking of rain and some showers, there's one lone shower right there advancing to the north-northeast. It's holding together a little bit. Expect a brief period of some light rainfall there, possibly on Siesta Key in the next half hour or so as the storm is moving to the northeast at around 10 miles an hour. Elsewhere, things are fairly quiet. We'll keep a 20% chance for some redevelopment here in the Gulf, pushing on shore, but most of it should stay well offshore. This line pretty intense at one point. I'm not anticipating anything severe tomorrow, but I would not be surprised to see a few thunderstorms tomorrow late afternoon and into the evening as the front works through. This is one forecast model showing a nice start to tomorrow, maybe one or two lone showers, but nothing too bad or significant for your commute or drop off for the kids. But then by noontime, not too bad, but by the afternoon, say 3, 4, 5 o'clock, we're going to see this front moving through with periods of some moderate to heavy rainfall. Looks like in some isolated areas. Not everyone's going to see that. And then the actual secondary front will be behind it. That'll take its time getting through. This is at 9:30. And as we move through time, you see a thin band of showers there. Could continue to pick up right around 5 a.m. But by 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning, all of it should be out. But it hangs down here, and then it works its way back northward as a warm front. The winds are going to be important. We've had a lot of east winds lately. Now they're going to be out of the west and southwest over the next couple of days. And then as quickly as Sunday, though, those winds will start to veer around more to a northeasterly direction, which will again blow any kind of red tide back offshore if we indeed see it. The forecast tomorrow, as I said, maybe a shower or two scattered about in the morning. It will be a warm start. And then by the 3 o'clock hour, the possibility of showers, mainly with a few isolated thunderstorms, are in the forecast. The GFS forecast model showing that light rain mainly on Friday night and Saturday early morning. And then for Saturday, partly cloudy. Then Sunday, we get a chance for some light to moderate rain throughout the day. Eventually, another front trying to work through on Monday. So quite a progressive pattern as expected over the next several days. Current conditions, we have some clouds and 79. We have a wind out of the south at 10, so the winds are starting to lessen somewhat. The pressure, 2996, that has fallen a little bit. The high today, well, 2 degrees above average at 84. 64 was the morning low. Nationally behind it, there's an area of high pressure that's diving down into the central U.S. That high pressure will be around here, as I said, just for about 1 day, and then things start to change a little bit. Temperatures currently in the 40s in places like Chicago, Detroit, Toronto, Cleveland, and 45 in St. Louis. Highs tomorrow. Cooler in St. Louis, 47 only in Cleveland and Minneapolis. High of 48 degrees and much warmer here in Florida. For boaters tomorrow, winds will be a little bit on the stronger side. Expect them to be out of the southwest at 15 knots. Some rainfall mainly in the afternoon and evening for boaters. Seas running 2 to 3 feet with a moderate chop out there. The extended forecast then. Up and down we go. 70% chance of rain Friday afternoon and evening. 20% only on Saturday. Cooler. And then on Sunday, a chance for showers and an isolated thunderstorm, but mainly rainfall scattered about throughout the day at times. Temperatures warm up after that, and on Election Day, should be okay weather. Just a slight chance for a few showers. High temperatures warm, though, 87 degrees. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Facebook's crackdown on misleading political ads continues, with suspicious pages being ripped down.
But Investigate TV continues to find questions about political ads paid for by secret groups. Lee Zurich reports.
A Spanish-language ad mocking Florida Governor Rick Scott. Another one making fun of Arizona Congresswoman Kyrsten Sinema.
We need to talk about all the guns in this country.
Polarizing political ads on Facebook, sometimes filling up your feed.
That doesn't pass the smell test for me.
Some appear to violate federal law, advertisers hiding their identity.
Public confidence in Facebook is low?
I would think so, yes.
The liberals are angry.
One reason why tracking these ads can be a daunting task. Facebook has measures to help the average person ID who's running ads, but a sponsor can run them under multiple obscure Facebook pages, like ads from Stop the Liberals or Sleeping Joe. A click will take you to their pages with very few followers. You have to pay attention to figure out the ads are sponsored by NRSC, the National Republican Senatorial Committee. The committee wouldn't respond to our request for a comment. Other pages we found with few followers and lots of ads lead us to shadowy origins, like these, sponsored by the left-leaning News for Democracy. We couldn't find a Facebook page, a website, even a physical address. Investigate TV analyzed 1 week of the group's Facebook ads, finding it ran nearly 450, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars in just 7 days. People saw the ads in all 50 states. Again, we have no idea who News for Democracy is, and some people featured in these ads don't know either.
I think it's a little troubling to be associated with a group that we have no idea who they are.
Megan Malloy co-founded Republican Women for Progress. She unknowingly appeared in this News for Democracy ad about Republican women turning on their party.
They are using the text as if it was me talking about myself, which, you know, it's close, but it's not exactly the same.
Malloy's still a registered Republican. Her organization hasn't been able to get the ad pulled.
You don't know who they are.
No idea. It's very difficult to figure out anything about who's behind it, who's funding them, you know, where they are, how do we even get in touch to say, hello, thank you for using our likeness. We don't want that.
Here's where it all gets tricky. Federal law doesn't require disclosure on some political ads, but if a candidate is named and the ad expressly advocates for or against a candidate, there has to be disclosure. News for Democracy is not registered as a political action committee, so these ads must state the name and permanent street address, telephone number, or worldwide web address of the person who paid for the communication and state that the communication is not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. None of these candidate ads do.
If the ads are not truthful or transparent, they shouldn't be going out. You wouldn't see it on television, so you shouldn't see it on your social media networks.
Do I trust them? No.
Ashley Nelson teaches a social media course at Tulane University. She says most of the ads she's seen violate some part of the guidelines and admits there's little Facebook can do.
How do you police this? I mean, you've got 2 billion users out there.
It's why experts say we need greater transparency so we know the motive and the money behind each Facebook post.
It's terrifying for transparency, and I think it can have a real impact on people that may not, you know, kind of do the research.
That was Lee Zurich reporting. Now, pages associated with News for Democracy appear to still be active. Facebook declined our request for an interview.
Next week, Florida voters will decide whether to approve Amendment 6. Supporters say the proposal seeks to ensure the rights of victims to receive information and offer input during criminal cases. But the amendment is one of several measures that bundle multiple issues. It would also make 2 other judicial changes, including raising the mandatory retirement age for state judges from 70 to 75.
Voters are smart. I mean, I think they're going to understand the issues, and hopefully they will feel that the overall good of Amendment 6, including Marcy's law, merits a yes vote. No perpetrator of a crime should ever have more of a voice than the victim, or more of a voice in the victim's family in the event of a loss of life. Victims deserve co-equal rights, nothing more and nothing less.
The proposal is part of a broader national movement stemming from the 1983 death of a California woman who was stalked and killed by an ex-boyfriend.
Students across the country are planning an Election Day walkout next Tuesday. The move is meant to encourage young voters to head to the polls for midterm elections. More than 25 youth-led activist groups are participating, including March for Our Lives. They're calling the effort Future Coalition. There have been similar nationwide school walkouts in the past to protest gun violence.
Florida leaders will soon have to determine how a new governor and cabinet members will be able to travel around the state. That's after current Governor Rick Scott, who uses his own private jet, leaves office. So far, the campaigns of Republican Ron DeSantis and Democrat Andrew Gillum have not outlined how the winner of Tuesday's election would travel if elected. In the past, the cost to fly state planes was more than $2.4 million a year.
Stay with us. When we come back, we'll show you how you and your furry friend can celebrate Christmas early this year on the Suncoast.
Tonight, Election Day countdown. The president races from state to state as red state Democrats try to fight off the challenge. The heated battle over which party will be in power. Why this midterm matters. World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Dotoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
When it comes to drinking, what do you think moderation is? The U.S. Dietary Guidelines define moderation as up to 1 drink a day for women and up to 2 drinks a day for men. So what's a drink? The guidelines say a drink equals 12 ounces of beer, 5 ounces of wine, or a cocktail with 1.5 ounces of distilled spirits. Each contains the same amount of alcohol. Like to learn more? Visit drinkinmoderation.org.
We believe in patriotism. We believe in our nation's youth. We believe veterans earn their benefits through their service to our nation. We believe in a strong national security. We believe in our country. For 100 years, veterans have been impacting our nation through the American Legion, and we believe it makes a difference. If you believe, learn more at legion.org/webelieve.
Every child follows a path in life. For many, that path will lead them to a door that gives them a place to grow, to learn, to belong, a place to forge their future. Because while many doors open, these doors transform. They did for us. Support your local Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures start here.
I'm Alan Cohn. What's going on? That's Sarasota School District's new police department. The chief is pushed to the side. The top school official is out. More twists and turns than Hill Street Blues.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Here's something to put on the calendar. Bishop Animal Shelter in Bradenton will soon be hosting its 20th annual Canine Christmas Festival. Dozens of local vendors will be at Bishop, including food trucks, dog groomers and trainers, and plenty of booths selling pet and holiday merchandise. The two-day event is set for Saturday, November 17th and 18th. It will also feature adoptable pets from Bishop and over a dozen other rescues from across the area.
Gotta get those Christmas dresses for your animals.
If you can
Maybe
get them
I'm
to
the only
wear it.
one.
Yeah, I don't know. My dog wouldn't put up with it. I don't know. Yeah. World News Tonight with David Muir is coming up next.
We'll see you again at 7 and 11. Have a good night.
I witnessed him have 2 heart attacks in ICU. He went through seizures.
We'd much rather have Aaron like this than dead. A lot of parents don't have that luxury.
He can't talk. He can't walk. This is a condition Aaron will live with for the rest of his life because he abused prescription pills.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Mascara adds depth to the eyes. Lipstick gives the mouth color and definition. And ALS paralyzes the body.
You look great, Mom.
Thank you. Slowly taking away the ability to move and eventually breathe.
A promise was made, a promise that hit the beaches of Normandy, a vow that captured Iwo Jima, a contract that weathered Tet, a pledge that stormed the desert in Iraq, an IOU that braved IEDs in Kandahar. A promise was made to America's veterans. DAV fights to keep that promise, so all veterans and their families get the benefits and support they earned. For help, visit DAV.org.
My grandpa was always telling me about it.
But the civil rights thing happened like 1,000,000 years ago.
Still, he thought it was important that I know what it was like.
So we followed the civil rights trail to Alabama. We saw Dr. King's church,
the bridge in Selma, the church in Birmingham, and I finally knew what he was talking about.
Some things you just have to experience for yourself.
Start your civil rights journey at alabama.travel.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
There are lots of people who are confused about which Medicare plan is right for them.
Hey, that's me. I barely know where to start.
Well, start here with me, Karen. I'm a licensed Humana sales agent.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Karen. I'm John Smith.
Hi, John. At Humana, we know you're unique, so you have different needs from other John Smiths.
Yeah, I've always thought so.
And together, we can find a plan that's right for you.
Great. I go to the doctor a couple of times a year, and I have some prescriptions, but I'm never fully sure of what's covered and what's not.
With Humana's all-in-one Medicare Advantage plans, you get coverage for hospital stays, doctor visits, and Part D prescription drug benefits, all for an affordable and sometimes no monthly plan premium.
Do you have any more information?
Sure. I'll get a decision guide in the mail to you today. They're free.
Finally, someone who understands the real me.
Your health and happiness is important to us. Call or go online now to get your free decision guide.
Call a licensed Humana sales agent today.